Name? Beneficiary.
Oh, he done this before.
What's his name?
The beneficiary.
Yeah. First name, Mr. Beneficiary.
Are you stating that the trust that we are administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust? If so,
I'm asking what your name is.
my name is the beneficiary of the trust.
Of whose trust?
Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust, Your Honor?
Okay, I'm
so,
gonna recall him. Bring up somebody else. Put him aside. We'll call him at the end. Sir, is your name the beneficiary, Kevin Teron Anthony Pollard? Yes or no?
I'm the beneficiary of the trust, Your Honor. Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust?
Are you Kevin Pollard? I'm asking you.
Is the trust that we are now administrating?
Sir, I asked the questions here. You give me yes or no answers.
You're asking for my permission to
ask the questions. You give the answers. Is that clear?
It's very clear.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Are you also known by the name of Kevin Pollard amongst other names? Yes or no?
Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard Trust, Your Honor? If so, Kevin Pollard is in fact present today. It is you that is Kevin.
Welcome back, everyone. This case we're diving into today is going to leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about courtroom drama. We're about to unravel a web of bizarre legal claims, shocking revelations, and courtroom chaos, all centered around one man, Kevin Pollard. Or should I say, the beneficiary. Sounds confusing, right? Well, buckle up, because we're about to break down one of the most bizarre and infuriating court cases you'll ever see. From sovereign citizen rhetoric to outrageous courtroom disruptions, we're looking at a case that's more twisted than it seems. Stick around, because you won't want to miss the jaw-dropping moments that follow. But before we get into the thick of it, let's set the stage. We've got a man who refuses to give his true identity, insists that the judge is being charged, and claims to be the beneficiary of a legal trust. Is this guy just messing with the system, or is he genuinely delusional? We'll find out.
That is Kevin Pollard. Yes, Your Honor.
I'm Kevin Pollard.
You are Kevin Pollard today, Your Honor. I am the beneficiary.
And then who are you?
I am the beneficiary of the trust.
Okay, well, Mr. Beneficiary, take you and your trust back to jail.
I have some questions for the clerk, Your Honor.
No.
I have. Can I speak to the clerk before we go any further?
You know what? I'm gonna put you in timeout. Get your mind right, Mr. Pollard.
Yes, sir. Can I have the clerk present? Please, Your Honor.
Don't give in.
Please have the clerk present in a Zoom meeting.
You know what? If you answer my questions, I'll consider it.
Okay. What's the question?
What's your name?
The beneficiary.
All right, Mr. Beneficiary, put you back in timeout. All right, beneficiary. I'm going to give you another chance in front of another magistrate.
We have Kevin Pollard, or, as he prefers, the beneficiary, insisting that he is, in fact, a trust beneficiary. But here's the catch: no one, not even the judge, knows what trust he's referring to. This is straight out of the sovereign citizen playbook, where identity is an illusion, and the rules of law are merely suggestions. And just when you think things can't get more bizarre, he pulls out the big card. He's not just some regular guy, he's the beneficiary of a mystery trust. The confusion is so thick you could cut it with a knife, and you can almost hear the judge's frustration building with each passing second. This case is quickly becoming the courtroom equivalent of a circus, and we're just getting started.
Hey, sir, I'm Magistrate Chartea.
Excuse
DDC.
me? Yeah.
I'm talking to the DDC officer.
Yes.
DDC?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The gentleman that is in front of the screen, in front of camera one, what name do you have him listed as?
Kevin Pollard.
Do you have a middle name?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you have a Kevin Pollard. Okay, and sir, you're identified as Kevin Pollard, but you're considering yourself the beneficiary. Is that correct, sir?
Are we on the record?
We are. Everything is on the record.
Okay. Are you stating that the trust that we are now administrating is the Kevin Pollard trust, ma'am?
I'm not administrating any trust because there is no trust in front of me. But what I'm asking you is, you call yourself the beneficiary. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, no problem. I have case number is 240-5538101. People of the state of Michigan versus Kevin Theron Anthony Pollard, who
Your
is
Honor,
listed by DDC as Kevin Pollard. However, the gentleman has identified himself as the beneficiary.
You representing as Kevin Pollard today, Your Honor.
Get any worse. It does. The second magistrate enters the scene. And let's just say he's not exactly rolling out the red carpet for Mr. Pod. After a string of increasingly bizarre claims from Pod, the second magistrate calmly takes control, ushering the chaos back into order. But here's the twist. While one magistrate tries to keep things on track, the other takes a more strategic approach, almost mocking Pod while maintaining complete professionalism. This back and forth highlights the fine line judges walk when dealing with individuals who try to twist the system into pretzel-like shapes. It's like watching a high-stakes game of chess, where the defendant is constantly playing by his own set of rules. What's the next move in this match?
No, Your Honor. Shava Kirk on behalf of Mr. Pollard, who has been advised of his rights, wishes to stand mute and waive the formal reading.
Thank you. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Court dates are February 2nd, 2024. It is a probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, February 8th, 1:30 p.m. Both matters are in front of Judge King. The probable cause conference, it is at 8:30 in the morning. Mr. Beneficiary, you should not talk over to the court. I thank you very much.
You are under oath and you are on record. And I'm asking you,
beneficiary, I have not sworn you under oath. I am under oath, so I am doing all this. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. I already given the court dates while this case is pending, sir. Okay, there should be no contact with the individual.
You are not allowed to state what the judgment is. That is my job.
Mr. Pollard, I do want to let you know that the person.
Okay.
I have a question for the clerk.
Okay.
I have a question for the clerk.
For a moment.
I have a question for the clerk.
You will give an opportunity, sir. You will give an opportunity. Let me finish. The people, go ahead, Esteban.
Yeah, the people are asking for $250,000 cash bond, no cash, no surety. If he's able to ever post bond, we'd like GPS tether with home arrest. The defendant, Your Honor, has a continuing situation where he entices young girls on the internet from Arizona in this particular case, and previously on 10/23/2023 in another case where he enticed people. He's been arrested 3 different times for criminal sexual conduct. The first case, he was found not guilty back on 5/15/2015. The 10/21/2023 case, where he was criminal sexual conduct first degree and also contributing alcohol to a minor, 2 counts of that, was at the exam dismissed without prejudice. In our particular case we have here today, Your Honor, the victim is from Arizona. She came here after having a relationship, not the victim, but one of the witnesses came here after having a 3-year relationship with this defendant on the internet. When she turned 18, she came to visit. And also Mr. Pollard introduced her to another girl who is also from Arizona. The other girl brought her niece or her, I forgot who, the relationship, but her 7-year-old niece with her to visit Mr. Pollard. And what happened then, because the person was tired from traveling, she fell asleep in the living room. When she woke up, she went into the bedroom, and there was Mr. Pollard with the 7-year-old girl. He then said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, we're playing video games."
Let's talk about the bond hearing for a second. Normally, a $250,000 cash bond might seem steep, but considering the severity of the charges against Mr. Pollard, it's actually a pretty tame figure. Why? Because this man's history isn't exactly squeaky clean. We're not talking about a run-of-the-mill fraud case here. We're dealing with disturbing allegations of sexual assault, including an incident involving a 7-year-old girl. The legal drama intensifies when we find out that he has a long, questionable history, including previous arrests related to sexual conduct with minors. This is no longer just a court case, it's a matter of public safety. The prosecutor lays out the facts, and they're damning. The court has to take all of this into account, especially considering Pollard's ongoing predatory.
Falls asleep again, and then she is awakened by the 7-year-old girl and asked to leave. The 7-year-old girl then tells her mother that the Mr. Pollard touched her, rubbed her, he says, okay? He said, accidentally is what he's trying to tell us what happened. The situation is she's told, the 7-year-old child has told TED Talk that he did this. He's told Protective Services that he did this. And as far as I'm concerned, Judge, he fits the category of a predator because he did the same thing in the 1023-2023 case of enticing young people from other parts of the country, perhaps, I don't know where exactly, to come and see him on the internet. So we're asking for $250,000 cash bond, no surety, and GPS tech.
The defendant is not only fighting criminal charges, but also engaging in a battle over what's considered reality. What we're witnessing is a man who is so entrenched in his sovereign citizen beliefs that he's disconnected from any semblance of accountability. The fact that the bond was set at $250,000 cash isn't just about the severity of the charges, it's about ensuring this man doesn't continue to harm society. And then, the defense tries to argue that he has no criminal history and deserves a lot of bond. This isn't just a defense strategy, it's a complete denial of the facts on the table. It's frustrating to watch someone so blatantly refuse to engage with reality, all while putting others in
charges for a 10% bond if this court is not inclined to do a high personal bond. So one, I know the bulk of Brother Counsel's argument was this dismissed case from last year. I'd ask that this court sentence him based on these allegations and the facts and details surrounding this case. This is a 2020 case. And the woman that he met was 20 years old, or that came to see him was a 20-year-old woman, was not an underage woman. And the allegation is that she brought her, I believe, goddaughter to the home. Now, there are different variations because a couple different stories are told as to what occurred there. But Mr. Pollard has maintained that he did not sexually assault the little girl. I'm not sure why this case wasn't charged until 2024, but it is a 4-year-old case. My understanding is that he, I don't believe he's had any convictions since then. He is a lifelong resident, has a child, so he has strong ties to the community. He also owns a lawn service here. At this point, there's no amount of bond that he can't afford to pay, so even a 10% bond would be unaffordable for him. But given the age of this case and his lack of issues since this, I'd ask that this court consider a high personal bond, if not that, a 10% bond.
Thank you. I've heard the representations from both sides in this particular matter in reference to the beneficiary who is listed by the court or by DDC as Kevin Pollard, is that in this particular matter, even though this is from 2020, okay, there was a forensic interview, Kids Talk, with the victim, and she disclosed that she was touched by the defendant and that he rubbed her with his hand. This court is not considering the other cases that were dismissed without prejudice. Okay, This court is only going with this matter.
We've got a tough situation on our hands. The defense tries to paint Pod as a victim, but no amount of twisting the narrative will change the fact that he's facing serious allegations. The defense argues for a lower bond based on his history. But let's be clear, a $250,000 bond is not just a number, it's a safeguard for the community. And as the prosecutor rightly points out, there is a real pattern of predatory behavior here, with a history of soliciting minors over the internet, and now facing charges for an alleged sexual assault of a young girl. The defense's argument for a reduced bond feels more like an attempt to minimize the gravity of the situation. This case is no longer just about one man, it's about protecting vulnerable members of society, particularly